Have you ever noticed that the moment you finally stop chasing, stop explaining, and start protecting your peace, someone who once seemed so confident suddenly begins acting in ways that make no sense? That's exactly what we're uncovering today on TF. Because your greatest victory isn't getting revenge. It's becoming impossible to control. When someone with strong narcissistic traits realizes they can no longer influence your emotions, it often creates a deep sense of frustration. Your healing, your boundaries, and your calm confidence remind them that the control they once relied on is gone. And for someone who depends on that control, losing it can be difficult to accept. At first, they may respond with harsh words, sarcasm, or criticism. The goal is often to provoke a reaction and make you question your progress. But every time you stay calm instead of reacting, those attempts lose their power. Your silence speaks louder than any argument ever could. If criticism doesn't work, they may suddenly present themselves as the victim. They may tell others that you abandoned them or treated them unfairly. Instead of taking responsibility, they reshape the story in a way that protects their image. But people who consistently live with honesty and integrity rarely need to rewrite the past. Sometimes they choose silence instead. They disappear, ignore messages, or act distant, hoping uncertainty will pull you back. Yet when you continue living your life without chasing answers, that silence stops being a weapon and becomes a reminder that their old strategies no longer work. You may also notice attention-seeking behavior. They might flood social media with carefully chosen photos, exaggerated success stories, or public displays of happiness. Truly peaceful people usually don't need constant validation. The louder the performance becomes, the more it may reveal an inner struggle rather than genuine confidence. Another familiar pattern is the unexpected apology or sudden kindness. Promises change overnight. Gifts appear. Affection returns. While genuine growth is possible for anyone willing to do consistent self-reflection, repeated cycles without lasting change deserve careful attention. Healthy relationships are built on consistent actions, not temporary performances. As you continue growing, they may compare themselves to you, compete with your achievements, or even imitate your interests and lifestyle. Instead of focusing on their own journey, they become distracted by yours. Ironically, the more energy they spend trying to outshine you, the more obvious it becomes that your progress still occupies their thoughts. Some may revisit old mistakes from your past, hoping shame will weaken your confidence. Others may test your boundaries through unexpected calls, repeated messages, or indirect communication through mutual friends. These moments aren't invitations to abandon your peace. They're opportunities to prove to yourself that your boundaries are stronger than ever. One of the biggest surprises is that your greatest strength isn't found in winning arguments. It's found in refusing to be pulled back into unhealthy patterns. Real healing doesn't require proving anyone wrong. It simply requires choosing yourself again and again. The more emotionally balanced you become, the less influence manipulation has over your decisions. That doesn't mean life becomes perfect. It means you stop allowing someone else's behavior to determine your emotional direction. Remember, every relationship is different, and not every difficult person has narcissistic traits. The healthiest response is always to focus on your own well-being, maintain clear boundaries, and seek trusted support whenever needed. In the end, your real victory isn't watching someone else lose. Your victory is waking up without fear, protecting your peace without guilt, and realizing your happiness no longer depends on anyone else's approval. That's the kind of freedom no one can take away. If this message helped you see these patterns more clearly, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to TF, and keep watching for more insights that help you build stronger boundaries, healthier relationships, and lasting inner peace. This content is shared for educational and awareness purposes only. It discusses common behavioral patterns and is not intended to diagnose or label any individual. Every situation is unique, so always consider professional guidance when appropriate.